Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Hope you guys are really well. So, you can't see me today because I've decided that unless it's the general monthly readings, if I'm going to be doing like additional spreads for you guys, which I'm looking to do other spreads, other things on the channel. This is my full-time career now as a professional tarot reader. And I think it's important. I mean, the general readings, it's important for me to connect. I need to connect with you guys one-on-one, talk to you, talk to the camera. So I just feel that I'm connecting that little bit more on the generals, at least on one set of the readings. But readings like the live spreads, love spreads, I'm looking to do a lot of other readings coming up. We're going to be focusing on the cards. And I want you to see the cards, okay? Because I feel it's important that we have a compromise together. I have nearly 15,000 subscribers. I've come a long way. I'd still like more subscribers, obviously. But I'm looking to really build this business. So I'm going to do it, and it's building really nicely, really successfully. I consistently have repeat people coming back for readings all the time, and it's amazing what's happening with Carol's Universe. But I want you to be a part of this experience, really be a part of it as well. So on readings like this, you're just going to see the cards, you're not going to see me, but you'll always see me on the general readings. Personal readings, you don't see me anymore on camera because you've bought the reading. I want you to see your cards. So this is July spread, and what a beautiful next 6 months this is turning out to be for Scorpio. And you really deserve it, Scorpio, a big deal. I hope you can see the cards. I've tried to get the best view I possibly can, and you'll see my you see my little black hand coming out. Yeah, you'll see me pointing to the cards and this, that and the other, yes. But you're not going to see me. But you're going to see me on your general if it's up already. Or if it's not up, it's coming. Right. How do we do the live spread? I love this spread because the last one I was finding was so accurate for many people. And what the life spread does is it focuses on 5 areas of your life, Scorpio. And it really looks at the top cards that you see here. 1, 2. So we've got 2 of Cups in your home life, King of Cups in your personal, King of Swords in your work area, King of Pentacles in your romance area, and the 4 of Pentacles in the future area. They're called the key cards. Now, these key cards refer to energies that you're going to be feeling around now, energies and influences in your life right now, or if you're not experiencing them yet, they will actually be coming in. Okay, so those are what's called the key cards. Now, the 3 cards underneath the key cards in these particular areas, these can represent the past, present, and then the future. Or it can be the past, future, but that wouldn't work. We'll do past, present, future. If it's not past, present, future, it will be present, future. If it's not present, future, it might be present, future, or it could be future. Does that make sense to you? We can never go back in a life spread reading. We can only ever, the progression of a reading can only ever go forward, okay? So everything must have a future. Everything. It must have a future, okay? Even if it's not grounded in the past or even in the present, everything's got to have a future position, okay? So remember, we can have past, present, future, present, future, present, future, or future. Does that make sense? And that's for all areas. The next area that we have is here, and this area is to your right. This is called the anchor. These 7 cards, okay? Now, the anchor positions are where everything should be going, okay? So the overall outcome in a specific area of the life spread. So the Judgment card is the overall outcome for your work area. The Star is basically the basis foundation of your life right now, but it's also represents the overall outcome of your present life, present situation. The Strength card is the overall outcome, where things are headed in your love life. The Magician is the overall outcome, where things are headed for the future position. The Hierophant is called the central theme. It's card number 4 of the anchor. Now this will be how you probably relate to all areas within your life. But I also use it as the overall outcome for the home life area because that doesn't have a direct anchor card. So I usually use this as the overall outcome for your home life. The Hanged Man is number 6 in the anchor. And what the Hanged Man does, or number 6 card in the anchor does, is it talks about what your wishes are. So this is where you're wishing everything to go. And finally we have Temperance sitting right at the top. That's number 7 in your anchor. And what the number 7th card in the anchor does is this is an overall future card. So this speaks about where things should be heading overall for pretty much all areas. Some areas it will relate to more than anything. So this is the overall future, so where everything is heading overall. And then we finally have this card here, 7 of Cups. And this is the advice card that the universe gave you. This is something you need to take notice of over the next 6 months. So this reading runs from July through to December. It can be longer because I'm sure that the last live spread I did, which was last November, has run over for a lot of people longer than 6 months. So this can be running longer than 6 months. So let's make a start in terms of your personal life. So personal life, I hope you can see these cards well, is King of Cups is your key card. Now, King of Cups can be a Scorpio. Usually it's represented as a Scorpio individual, and that's you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. What does the King of Cups do? Well, when you have King of Cups, this means that you have reached a level of emotional security. You're feeling better about your life. You're feeling in a far more enriched emotional state. This card is one of understanding who you are, understanding how to deal with difficulties, understanding how to deal with situations that might not be to your liking or might not be as easy as you would like them to be. If you look at the King of Cups, he has, as I always say, he sits on a very sturdy throne, but he's also sitting with water rushing underneath that throne. Yet he doesn't seem to move, rock from side to side. You know, he doesn't seem to be worried about anything. He kind of seems to sit there and say, you know what, I'm okay. This is not an ideal situation, but I'm coping with it. So when you get a King of Cups, it's about how do we cope with situations in our lives? How do we cope with the problems that we might deal with? Really what I should have done was started with the present situation where you are, but we'll continue with that in a moment, okay? We'll go on the track what I was on. I should have started with the Star card, the Major Arcana, which shows the foundation basis of your life at the moment. But we'll do that in a moment. We'll just get on first of all with the personal reading, personal life. So at the moment, there might be things that you're dealing with, but you're coping with it, Scorpio. You're dealing really, really well with it. And it just shows that I feel that for a lot of you Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, you seem to have come a very, very long way in terms of understanding who you are. For some of you guys, it might be that you're going through a period of therapy or counselling, because the King of Cups can be a counsellor, can be a therapist, can be a doctor, somebody who works within the herbalistic area, somebody who works with holistic therapies. He's a natural healer. He can also be, like me, a tarot reader as well, spiritualist. I feel that a lot of you guys are kind of getting in touch or have got in touch with your very deep emotions, and you're really kind of, it's manifesting within you at the moment, Scorpio. You're knowing how to control difficult situations through having come through a journey over the last couple of years, I feel. And I just get the impression that it's really put you at a place where it's like, you know what, things have been difficult, but I'm damn well getting there. I'm knowing how to control my life, how to control difficult situations around me. Now, when you do a live spread, this is, as I've said, the energy that you might be experiencing or that's coming in at the moment, all right? But you've got to look at the 3 cards underneath. Well, what do these cards have to do with the King of Cups? If the King of Cups energy is you, where you're becoming far more self-aware, or you are self-aware, the Queen of Cups shows up when you're becoming self-aware. The King of Cups when you are self-aware. Now, we notice 2 cards here, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. I feel that these are 2 characters. One is you, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups usually can represent a Cancerian individual though, or with Cancer type qualities, but it's also a Scorpio card. Queen of Wands would be a fire sign. Who is Queen of Wands? Well, very, very rambunctious, very astute, very beautiful, very much in touch with her feminine side. That's representative of the black cat at the bottom of the card. Someone who knows how to kind of maneuver her way through life. She can be highly manipulative as an individual. She can be fairly self-possessed because she is so attractive and is so beautiful. For some of you guys, you'll come into contact with an individual like this, I feel, in your personal life. But the fact that you're the Queen of Cups, you'll kind of be quite empathetic, I feel, with an individual like this. I feel around you for some reason, there seems to be someone, possibly for some of you, that it's not out and out hate, it's not out and out war, but it's more a case of that this person is on a different level to you. Because the Queen of Wands is on a different level to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Wands, a lot of the time, can simply be about outside beauty, outside power. It's the external a lot of the time with the Wands, because the Wands can be really accredited it to external features, looks, clothing, what one has, what one is. The Queen of Cups is far more spiritual and deeper than that. She tries to get her power from within rather than from without. That's the difference to me between the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, that they're both two equally beautiful individuals, but one derives her power from what she knows on the inside, and one derives her power from what goes on around her and how people perceive her on the outside, which is why the Queen of Wands can often be seen to be a Leo energy. I see her as an Aries a lot of the time, but many people see her as a Leo type person. When you get a Leo type person, they can be fairly showy. They like to be the centre of attention. They like to be the type of person that gets a lot of male attention, especially if it's a female. Can be male or female though for Queen of Wands. But I feel that this is you here. And you notice with the Queen of Cups, she's kind of ignoring. Her head is bowed down. She's looking into her cup. She's not looking at the Queen of Wands. It's almost like the Queen of Wands wants attention from this female. But I feel the energy with the King of Cups is saying, you know what, I know who I am. I'm very, very self-aware of what's going on here. And therefore there is no friction. So I feel that for some of you guys, if you are experiencing in your personal life certain people or certain energies, people who might be energy vampires, because the Queen of Wands certainly can be an energy vampire. She's very much into having, because she's so charismatic and because she is so upbeat and magnetic, especially to the opposite sex, and because a lot of females possibly want to be like her, if it is a female energy you're dealing with and you are a female watching this, it can be that she wants your approval or she wants your attention. But the King of Cups energy for me says that you know how to deal with this situation. You know not to kind of rise to the bait with it. You know not to kind of be a part of that, because you know who you are as an individual. You understand who you are. Your power comes from your deep sense of ownership of who you are as the Queen of Cups. I am seeing an interaction between two females here, two people, Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. Usually when you get two court cards facing with each other, it means an interaction is happening here between two people. So I feel there is an interaction, but I feel that one person wants more than the other can give. But there's no beef here, because you can seem to control the situation beautifully. I.e., I'm not kind of being a part of this situation. There just seems to be a Leo type energy around you who wants more than you can give, but you are far more internal, into yourself, into your own self-development, which in the future leads to the Sun. The Sun is also a Leo type energy, funnily enough, as well. But the Sun can also mean that there are very positive things happening. If there is, I'm not saying it's an altercation, but any difficulties with other people in your life who might want more than you can give to them, I feel that it's easily resolved, because the Sun card means that things are resolved in a very kind of happy, positive way. When you get a Sun card, I feel in the outcome, I almost feel it means that you are released from having any doubts about a situation. Everything ends up being quite lovely, rosy in the garden. There is no beef here, there's no strife here. This can also be where there's friendships. Doesn't have to be altercations at all. Queen of Wands does make a great friend, but she is, I feel, the opposite of the Queen of Cups. So where the Queen of Cups would go inward and she'd spend a lot of time trying to sort through who she is as a person, the Queen of Wands is the kind of woman to say, you know, don't stay stuck in all the time. Come on, let's go out. Let's have a good time. So this can also be a very good friend around you, okay? And it leads to the Sun, enjoying oneself, happier times, having a really good time, a fulfilling relationship between two people. I do sense that there are a lot of friendships perhaps forming here for Scorpios over the next 6 months with some very supportive people. The Queen of Wands can certainly be a support. And this is where you have the King of Cups energy as well. Support, understanding, lots of love, lots of kindness, lots of empathy and sympathy with one another. So I feel that it's a case of some of you guys understanding each other's differences with other people, which leads with the Sun to some very positive outcomes. The other way I could see this part of your personal life is that, yes, the King of Cups, it can be a male figure or female figure, somebody else who might be a water type energy, very emotional type energy, okay? Might be someone who has a choice to make between two females, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. But everything works out the way it should be with the Sun. In whichever way, I feel that the Sun showing up, the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the major arcana, Scorpio. So I almost feel like the Sun showing up says everything works out in the best possible way and everybody's happy with the results. The other way that I could look at this is to say your energy of the King of Cups really has brought you to a point of strength. I mean, real strength, internal strength. I'm not talking about external strength. I'm talking about real internal strength with this King of Cups energy. Perhaps with the Queen of Wands energy showing up, okay, it set you on a path of feeling really quite strong, quite confident as an individual, because the Queen of Wands represents confidence. This can also be the card where it means, you know, with the King of Cups energy, you know, I feel at that point where I'm ready to make some great changes, or I'm ready to go out into the world with this new kind of outlook that I have, which is far more positive, far more enlightened. I'm ready to take on any challenges. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about nothing because I feel so good inside. The Queen of Wands would then say to me as an energy, past, present, that, or future indeed, that says, you know what? I want to do my hair, I want to buy some new clothing, I want to feel really good about who I am, I just want to feel wonderful. And it kind of sets up a chain of events where the Queen of Wands energy says, I'm stepping out. Especially I feel that if you're a Leo or an Aries rising, you know, or even moon, in terms of how you handle situations, it's with a slight warrior mode, it's with a slight kind of confidence. There's a real inner confidence that exudes from within you. And that comes from this Queen of Cups energy as well, where you're starting to really understand who you are as a person. Really understand. It's not just about being beautiful and confident, but you understand who you are on the outside as well as who you are on the inside, which leads to real happier times happening for you with that Sun card. Things really seem to be heading in a very positive way in terms of your personal life. We should have really started with the Star card. This card here. Let's put this up a little bit. Now, this is the foundation and basis of who you are at the moment. And what the Star card is saying to me is that Scorpio, at the moment, you feel like the star. You're feeling really positive, okay? You're feeling really optimistic about your life. You really trust and believe in who you are, that you can create your own opportunities, you can create your own world. I feel it's a long time coming for you guys, but this is the foundation and basis of who you are at the moment. When you get a card number 1, it not only represents the outcome, the overall outcome of this personal life section, but it also represents where you are in your life right now. And I feel as a star, some of you guys might be a rising star, for example, within your work life, because these cards can also represent, cards can interlink. So even though this is your personal life, this can easily be something around the work area as well. So for some of you guys, you might be rising in position with that Star card in terms of your working life. For some of you guys, it will be that you are literally the star at work. People are literally taking notice of you. They're taking notice of what you bring to the table. They're taking notice of what you do. They're taking notice of the effort that you put in. It is the card that says, I know, I have complete and utter trust in the universe that I am actually going to be the real success I was always born to be. Okay, so you know, it's almost like there's a knowing with you guys at the moment. Okay, I sense some real optimism with you, but also real trust and real happiness. And it's also the card where we have a lot of trust in all areas of our lives. So if this is a case of your personal situation at the moment, the overall outcome with that star card is that everything is heading in the right direction. There's real positivity around you in this situation in your personal life. This to me is not a foe. And even if the Queen of Wands was a person within your personal life and she started off being a foe or a slight foe or what we call a frenemy, she becomes not an enemy but an absolute friend by the end, because we have the Sun card here that shows real happiness. Okay, childlike qualities around a friendship. So sitting laughing together in the sunshine, drinking, chatting, understanding, and just becoming clear about one's differences to another and being able to accept that, because the King of Cups says, I accept difficulties. Things aren't perfect between me and another person, but I accept it because I accept that nobody is perfect. But I'm here. I am here. And I am feeling at one with who I am. So the rocky sea could mean, other people I can't control. The sea is I can't control. And he can't control that sea. But he can sit on it and he can manage how he feels about it. So therefore, who is the sea? The sea is our emotions, but the sea can easily be other people's emotions as well. We can't control what other people do. Therefore, the throne becomes who we are. The throne becomes our emotions, because our emotions then become, for me, rock solid. And it says, I can't control other people's emotions with the sea, but with my throne, I can control. I can sit here and I can be rock steady in my beliefs, in my set of beliefs, and they are unwavering. And from that comes the star, because it means that you stand out. It means that you are no longer afraid. You are no longer turning your back on stuff, but you're saying, I understand this. There is real clarity with that star card in my personal life. And therefore, through understanding, through revelation, I can go anywhere, I can be anything. And I don't need to worry about others. I can just accept who they are, and that's absolutely fine. So your personal life is looking absolutely wonderful. I do feel that you guys are doing really, really well. I really do. Whether you run your own business, whether you work for someone else, whether you're in a relationship potentially in your personal life, it seems to be going really, really well with the star card. Let's focus now on your work. No, we'll focus on love. The love area is here. There is a man showing up around you, Scorpio, King of Pentacles. Can be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but this is a very reliable individual. When you get a King of Pentacles, a lot of the time, yes, he can be a little bit caught up in what he has because he's King of Pentacles. He is at the top of his game. He is very successful. He is interested in how things look visually, because the Pentacles are about visuals. They're about the things that we hold in our hands, the pound, the dollar, the clothing, the shoes, the car, the house. They're all about what is seen. They're about what the fruits of our labours. So what have we attained as a result of all the hard work that we've put in? And this is what the King of Pentacles does. He's the king. So there is a certainty about a king here. And this King of Pentacles is certain. He shows up around you. What does the King of Pentacles want, or what does he mean in terms of your love life? Well, I feel that this person might be in love with you, or there's something really opening up in terms of love for you, Scorpio. Whether you know this now or know it later, remember, this energy is a person who's around you, or they're coming in to your life. You'll feel his energy either now, he or her, she or he's, because remember, it's a general reading, okay? So I believe King of Pentacles is usually a Taurus or Virgo individual. Don't quote me on that, but it's an earth sign anyway. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Male or female. This person is showing up. And they're around you now, or they're coming in. They will want to give you an opportunity, because we've got the Ace of Cups. When you get an Ace of Cups, it's a gift. Okay, so usually when I see Ace of Cups, it kind of reminds me of somebody wants to offer you something of emotional value. They're wearing their heart on their sleeve. They want to say something to you. They want to declare something to you. But the aces, remember, are the potential. So there is the potential for love to open up with this person here, I feel, with the Ace of Cups. What's interesting, though, is that we seem to have the Queen of Swords. So even though we've got the King of Pentacles here, it could be in the past there was the option of love opening up with this Ace of Cups. Or love was opening up in the past with this person. In the present, there seems to be a little bit of a blockage because we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is not a bad card, but this is the card of honesty. It's the card of direct conversation, verbalizing stuff. But it's not just verbalizing. Usually I would see that as a King of Swords, because the King of Swords is the one that takes the action. The Queen of Swords, because she's based in water, she's trying to sort through her emotions. And that's what leads to finding the solution to the problem, because she's the card of represented by Libra. So it's weighing things up, okay? It's coming to a fair and balanced conclusion. So this person might be trying to make a conclusion. They may have offered you love in the past with the Ace of Cups, or they may have had some deep feelings or feelings opening up about you in the past. In the present, they might need time to think about this. Queen of Swords also represents thinking, but it's thinking in a very realistic way. Very realistic way. So this person might be thinking to send you a message, because remember, the swords are not just about thoughts and ideas. They're literally about taking the action, and they are about messages, verbalizing messages, being open to the truth, being honest, being direct. So I feel that this person here, in the past, love opened up with this person, or they may have been offering you love. In the present, something's happened here that's provided some form of a blockage, because this person is thinking about sending you a message, I feel, with this Queen of Swords energy. And in the future, it could be that they actually do send you a message, because we've got an Ace of Wands showing up here. When you get the end of Eight of Wands, it's often to do with sending messages. Lots of messages, lots of communication going on here, okay? And things should speed up quite quickly. So it might be that they're thinking of sending you a message, and they might send it quite quickly to you. So it might be in the next few weeks you receive a message from this individual here with that Eight of Wands energy, okay? This card is all about being open and communicative. But it's also about, within a relationship, having complete and utter honesty with one another as well. Okay, hence all of those messages. So it's almost like the speech is really, really quick, or sending a barrage, because the Eight of Wands is rooted in messages, but it's also rooted in electronic messages. Okay, so it's things like emails, text messages, Facebook, Twitter, things online. So they might be sending a lot of electronic messages to you. There might be messages back and forth over the internet, for example, over Skype, that type of thing. But they're definitely here with this sword. It might be that they're in two minds, but I feel that this card here releases this energy if it's somebody who's in two minds. Even though we don't have a Two of Swords sitting there, the Queen of Wands can mean, I want to send something with the hand, but with the sword, it's like, I don't know how to do it, or I'm kind of like, I want it, but then I don't really know whether I do or whether it's a good idea. So this is why this person here, the Queen of Swords, always thinks about getting to the heart of a matter. She can be very direct though as well, very, very direct verbally. So that's why I feel here, this person wants to send a direct message to you, but he might be thinking about a way to do it. And therefore, they might not give you a telephone call, but they might literally send you a text message or do something online. And it might be a back and forth thing between you and this individual in terms of love. Now, I thought about this reading here in another way, Scorpio. And I thought to myself, does this mean, because looking at the outcome card, the overall outcome, and I thought, okay, I can think of this card, the overall outcome. The overall outcome is strength, but we'll get to that in one moment. Because strength, you know, the funny thing with the tarot is you've got to look at, I mean, you've got to look at the card. What does the card tell me? What does the picture tell me? Don't look at the textbook meaning, Carol. Think about, what does that picture tell me? if we've got someone here, and we do have a man here, man, woman, there is definitely somebody around you, Scorpio, somebody that you might have known in the past. If not, then he's coming in. If this person, whether they are past or coming into your life, they're going to have feelings for you, Ace of Cups. They're going to want to verbalise it, Queen of Swords, and be direct. And therefore, things are going to happen quickly. They'll be sending lots of messages, could be a lot online. Okay, if I look at this as keywords as well together, those three cards. At first when I looked at this, I thought, okay, this person wants to offer love, but they might be critical and thinking about it, therefore their feelings might stay up in the air with the Eight of Wands. And it could be that, because the outcome card is strength. Let's get this so you can see it. Can you see that? Strength. That's your outcome, overall outcome. It could represent that you need to be patient with this individual. You need to wait. But it wouldn't make any sense to me to say that to you. And this is why I feel that really the case will be there is somebody around you. Could be in the past, or it could be somebody totally new. They are definitely going to be having feelings for you because we've got the Ace of Cups here. They'll want to verbalise it and be direct with you with the Queen of Swords. And they'll be sending you lots of messages with the Eight of Wands. Things will heat up quite quickly, I feel. Therefore, the Strength card, I thought to myself, you know, if this was something that was in suspense, then to me, would that not represent the Hanged Man showing in this position? Something that's up in the air while somebody takes time out to think about it. Because the Strength card looks like you've brought somebody to heal. Look at this. Strength really is a card. The word for that is lust. Okay? The word for strength is lust. It could be the start of something that's quite passionate. Usually when you get the Strength card, it means that there are two opposing forces that come together. These two people, I'm not advocating beastry or anything like that, but this is the King of the Jungle. The lion is the King of the Jungle, and so is the King of Pentacles. It's a king. So we've got two kings here. Okay? You are bringing a king on that card to yield. So you've really done something to this individual. I feel it's the first scenario I said. Could be the second scenario, that you need to be patient with this individual. Let him come in his own time to you. But I feel it's more the first scenario. I feel that there is a King of Pentacles around you. Someone that you've known or someone completely new. They're going to be feeling something for you, the Ace of Pentacles. They're going to want to verbalise it, Queen of Swords. They will send messages with this Eight of Wands. And therefore the overall outcome will be that you bring a king to yield. You've really had an effect on this individual, a really strong effect on them. The fact that they want to verbalise it with this Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is often one of the most coldest queens you can get. She doesn't mince her words. She'll be straight up with it. So this person's going to come forward and they're going to say, you know what, I like you in this, and this. I want to tell you something. So here it could be that they're completely direct with how they feel about you, with the Eight of Cups energy. And things start to heat up. Because when you get the Eight of Wands, it can also mean that a passionate affair with someone is heating up very, very strongly. I feel that there's going to be a very strong attraction with this individual. And therefore, with the Strength card being the overall outcome, what it's really saying is that there is going to be a lot of sexual intrigue with this individual. You will have brought someone to yield. Now, the King of Pentacles, this energy of this man really says, actually, I don't just go for anyone. He's a King of Pentacles, so he always looks for the value in stuff. And it takes a lot for someone to be the boyfriend or the girlfriend of the King of Pentacles. Because he's not one of those types. It's not like, I mean, don't get me wrong with the King of Wands. King of Wands is a very nice guy, but he likes to look at a lot of different women. The King of Pentacles is a very faithful king. Very, very faithful individual. As an archetype, that is. Okay, he believes in family, marriage, building stability for his family. He believes in loyalty, faithfulness, kindness. He's all of those things. So he never chooses his girlfriends, his or her girlfriends or boyfriends lightly. They'll always look at the value in that person. That's why they always say with the King of Pentacles, put your best foot forward, because first impressions are very important to this individual. You know, quality is very, very important to this king. Very important. And that's why I feel the outcome is that you bring a king to yield. Remember, the lion is the king of the jungle. Okay, very difficult to bring a lion to yield. But also I feel that this is a case of that this is opposing forces. It might be someone that you're very different to. You might be completely different to one another. There might be something that really sets you apart, and yet you seem to match, yet you seem to come together. But I always notice, and we've got the affinity symbol here. To me, affinity means forever. So it's a very, very, very strong bond, I feel, that will transgress from this, that will move forward from this. You know that you've both got real differences. You know that you're both from probably different sides of the tracks, could be different religions, could be different castes, could be different whatever. Okay? Could be a same-sex relationship. Okay? I feel that there will have been obstacles or something that really sets you guys apart. But for some reason you seem to work, because there is a huge magnetism here. You're not only deepening of love with the Ace of Cups, or starting to develop something here. The Queen of Swords says as well that he might admire your mentality, your cleverness, the way that you think, the way that you speak. And therefore it's the start of something amazing. I do feel that there is the start of something amazing in terms of your love lives opening up for you in the next 6 months. And it shows with the Strength card. I feel that if this card said, be patient, we wouldn't have the lion, the woman with her hand on the lion's mouth. She's already touching the lion, you see. She is touching the lion. So he's there. She's already got him in her grasp. She's already bringing him to... Look how the lion is brought to yield here. This is the king. This maid has brought a king to yield. She has softened him. She has got to his core. She has got to the parts that no other lioness can get to. There are two completely different entities, but they seem to work together as a match, as a union. I do feel in the next few months, if this person isn't around you now, that there is going to be something quite significant that changes in your love life. I feel that if it was a case of being patient and waiting, I'd have seen the Hanged Man here rather than Strength. I definitely feel it's something opening up for you guys that's going to be quite wonderful and quite passionate. And I feel that it will be two opposing forces, two people who probably aren't meant to be together will be together. It's incredible. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, let's have a look at your... where should we go to next? Let's go to your working life. At the top, we've got a King of Swords here. King of Swords is usually a boss, co-worker. He's usually affiliated with the law, though. So he'd usually work within the legal profession, policeman, lawyer, judge, that type of thing. He can be a diplomat, writer, that type of thing, because he's an air sign, and he works from a point of being very kind of logical. But I feel within your working life, this might represent, whenever you get a key card representing a court card, male or female, this usually represents a person, okay, unless that card represents your zodiac sign. For example, in your personal life, the King of Cups came up, so I could easily affiliate that with you guys, okay, because you're Scorpio. But King of Swords would usually be a Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy type person, okay, or somebody with those qualities. What seems to be dominating your energy within your work life now or in the future is a boss, potentially. Now, this person will expect quite a bit from you, I feel, because we have the Eight of Pentacles directly underneath, and the Eight of Pentacles means, for some, I mean, this guy is quite fair. He looks to be like quite a fair person, but he's the type of person as well that, you know, when he needs to get a job done, he wants it done, and he doesn't want to mess about. You know, he's very clear-cut, he's very blunt, he's very much to the point, and he gives his directions in such a way as to say, you know, this is about work and we need this done by such and such a time. I feel that you guys, for some of you guys, you're going to be getting a lot of work through in terms of your careers. If you are the King of Swords, then you're in charge. You're in charge of looking for new projects, discussions, conversations, lots of communications with probably outside external agencies, bringing in the work. If this is your boss, he's responsible for all of this stuff, for taking on new projects. And the King of Swords often represents someone who is ready to take on new things. They're ready for action, because swords represent action, and the underlying element for all kings are fire. So they're ready to do stuff. They're ready to kind of make movement. So he's the one that kind of takes on all the projects. And it seems with the Eight of Pentacles energy, you're going to be, if you're not already, filled up with lots and lots of new projects. There's lots of new responsibilities that are coming to you, okay? You won't have time for your feet to touch the ground, basically. It might be in areas as well that you're not familiar with, because sometimes when you get an Eight of Pentacles, it means going into something new. So sometimes this can be the card of the student, for example, or the apprentice, all right? For some of you guys, it might be that you're starting off in a new job, and you're new to it, you've got lots of new responsibilities, and it might kind of require a lot of focus and attention from yourself. We also have the Four of Swords sitting next, which means I need a rest. I'm tired. So a lot of these new projects, Scorpio, that are coming your way, lots and lots of projects. I see a lot of work going on for you guys in the next few months. It could mean that you're starting to get to a point of feeling quite frustrated and tired, and possibly even needing to take a break, because you seem to be overwhelmed with lots and lots and lots of work. Okay, there might also be within your work the need to kind of find a solution somewhere in it. So if there are areas that you're not familiar with, it could mean with the Four of Swords energy, well, I need to take a bit of a break, or I'm really, really tired, or, you know, I'm exhausted. I'm getting a sense of exhaustion around this King of Swords, because I feel that, you know, whilst he's a very fair person, he also likes to crack the whip as well. He's, you know, you can see that this man is made of steel, because he holds a steel sword. And he's also the type that doesn't think with emotion. So he won't think to himself, I'm putting too much on this person. He'll think, well, I need to get the job done, so I'm going to give it to you. And I need it done by such and such a point. And it looks like you're working really hard to try and get this job done. But it looks like it's exhausting you with the Four of Wands, Four of Swords energy. And you might be needing to, you might be thinking of taking time off, because you need to kind of re-energize yourself, okay? But there are problems here, I feel, for some of you guys. Not magnificently so, but it does look like there are some issues that you need to resolve here with this Four of Swords energy, because the Four of Swords energy often means I need to take time out to think about this. So there's a lot that you need to, there's a lot of, even though you're working with lots of projects with the Four of Pentacles, and remember the Pentacles are what are manifested with you, so it's paperwork. It's literally doing stuff. It's literally things are right on your desks there. You can see the guy sitting at his desk with the Eight of Pentacles, and he's working tirelessly to get a project done. Four of Swords means mentally I need to take time out. I'm mentally exhausted. So I feel a lot of you guys are going to be going through mental exhaustion through your work. You might also be encountering some problems around work, or the amount of work that you've got to do. The Two of Swords means, for me, in the outcome, you kind of block out how you feel. Okay, work comes first. Okay, you're sitting up right now. So from that Four of Swords, we see the Two of Swords. It could be that you manage to alleviate or get a couple of projects out the door, because we go from the Eight of Pentacles, needing to take time out with the Four of Swords, but the Four of Swords seems to see you sitting upright in the outcome with two swords. There aren't sort of 7 swords. There aren't 6 swords. There aren't 5 swords. There's 2 swords, and you're sitting upright. Now, even though we could look at the Two of Swords as being a fairly defensive card, and it can be, it can also be a card that says, well, you know, because the water is behind this person, they've decided just to get on with it. So they're blocking things out, okay? They're literally blocking their emotions out, and they're getting on with the job. There is a certain resolute nature or feeling to this, okay? It's a case of, I need to get on with this. So therefore, I'm going to block out how I'm feeling, and I'm just going to let it be all about the work. It can also be where things have come to a stalemate. So you might be thinking, how do I resolve all of this work? How do I get it off my back? The Two of Swords can mean I can do one thing or I can do another. So it can mean that the outcome is I come to an impasse, or I come to a point where a decision needs to be made on how I go forward with these projects. All right? Because this kind of means I need to break the deadlock. with this card. Okay, sometimes it can mean I need somebody else's opinion on this, but there's certainly something that needs resolving in the outcome. The future card looks like you come to a point where it's not just thinking with the Four of Swords, but it's literally trying to take an action, or knowing that you have to take an action. But the outcome, which is beautiful, is judgment. Because judgment means the weight is lifted off your shoulders. So it seems to me that you reach a point where you are able to move forward. Maybe alleviate some of the projects. Maybe you complete some of the projects. Okay, the judgment card in terms of death for me, the death element of this card, because they're rising from the death, means the impasse, it means the deadlock. So it means that you're coming out of the deadlock and moving forward with judgment. Okay, judgment is regeneration, but it's also resurrection, all right, of new ideas. So it looks like you've got new ideas. The overall outcome is that there will be a way to alleviate some of this deadlock. It's not life-threatening stuff in terms of work. There's nothing, to do with getting the sack or anything like that. It just looks like you're entering a very, very busy time in terms of your work. But overall, whatever issues it is that you deal with in terms of your working life, they're going to be resolved. And you are going to feel that the weight of the world is lifted off your shoulders, because we have judgment sitting right there. And your final area we're going to look at here, and I hope you guys can see this, is, I'll try and move it across a little bit. I hope you guys can see that now. We've got the Two of Pentacles showing here. Okay. Now, the Two of Pentacles is a card where we're juggling much stuff. Okay, so I do see you guys as juggling many, many things. All right. Sometimes it's where you've hardly got time to sort of, your feet to touch the ground. You're juggling work, you're juggling home, you're juggling the children. You've got too much on. You've got a lot of schedules to complete. Okay, it's difficult to pay attention to one thing because you're trying to pay attention to the other. This is, to me, sometimes just a card of happily balancing stuff. So, juggling money, paying the bills happily, that type of thing. But it's interesting because the energy around this is the Fool. And to me, the Fool is, I'm looking to go in another direction. I'm searching for that thing that makes me feel happier and better and clearer. And the Fool energy is, I'm looking to step into the unknown. This is often what this card means, okay? Sometimes it's a card about making a major decision. So I just feel that there are some alterations that might need to be made within your home life, okay? For some of you guys, it could be a home move as well, okay? Because the home move, the Fool can represent, I'm moving from one thing to another, and it can literally mean travel. And this Two of Pentacles is being your general energy either now or in the future, says, well, I'm weighing up how much money I have, because with the Fool card, I'm either looking to go on holiday or I'm looking to move home or something like that. With the Ace of Pentacles, after that Fool card, it shows you offering something, which is interesting. So I do feel that it's almost like a home move for some of you guys is happening over the next few months. Because the Two of Pentacles shows that you're weighing something up here. Sometimes this card is, how much money have I got? If I shift money here or shift money here, maybe I'll come to that balance. Maybe I'll be able to figure out a way to do something. Around that, it shows the Fool card. You're looking to take a leap of faith with something, or you're looking to move into something new or do something new. There's something to do with travelling from one place to another. Could be a new home. Ace of Pentacles can often be the card where I'm actually outlaying money. All right, so it's not showing in the reverse, but it's good. It doesn't need to show in the reverse, because Ace of Pentacles in the reverse can mean I lose money. But to me, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse can sometimes mean I lose money, but it's not in a good way. When you're looking to buy a new home, you're offering something. I feel that you make an offer. Okay, you're weighing up your money here, how much you've got, and you make an offer with this Ace of Pentacles. In the outcome, because this is also a fresh start card, so you're making an offer, you're gifting something in order to get that fresh start. In the outcome shows the Hermit, and when you get the Hermit, it is the card about, I'm going to have to wait and see. I haven't really got the answer yet on whether this is going to be accepted. It seems that you make an offer here, and you're waiting to see if something's going to be accepted with the Hermit card, okay? Because sometimes this can be waiting to see if something is going to be sold. Whenever you get a Hermit, a lot of the time it's waiting for an answer. I feel that you're waiting for an answer in the outcome. It looks like it's a bit of a waiting game here. Okay? Your overall outcome will be the Hierophant, which says to me, can you see this card? This is your overall outcome, Scorpio, which says to me that the decision is not in your hands, it's in somebody else's. Because the Hierophant card means it's a group, it's an institution, it's a higher power. All right, so the power isn't within your hands, it's within somebody else's. Okay, so I can see here, I think this is money within the home. You're juggling two things. You're juggling money, weighing up pros and cons, trying to make things work, because you're looking for a fresh start with the Fool card. There's something that you really want to invest in that seems to be quite big. You seem to make an offer around that with the Ace of Pentacles, and with the Hermit, I feel the outcome is I'm still waiting to see if this is going to be accepted. I'm still waiting for my answer, which then to me says the outcome, well, the answer lies with somebody else, and it lies with an establishment, with I mean, it could be that you're waiting for money to come in as well with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hermit card says, you know, you're still going to have to wait, because the outcome shows us the final say lies with, it could be paperwork that needs to be sorted through, for example, with the Hierophant card. Okay, so it says that the overall outcome is the power lies with somebody else. Finally, we're just going to have a look at your future position. Future key card shows you are going to be looking for security and stability within your life. Financial security, safe place. Just complete and utter stability everywhere within your life. Shows around this major accomplishments coming in with this World card, okay? So anything that you've been looking for, anything that you've been looking to achieve is easily there with you, all right? It can be, there's a lot of success that you're going to be getting this year in the future, okay? Relationships, enterprises, work. You're going to be probably looking to expand your horizons. There's a lot of accomplishment here with you guys around this stability. Justice says you get what you deserve. You get the rewards that you've worked towards. For some of you guys around stability and money, there might be some legalities that you'll need to sort through with justice. And it ends up with the Queen of Pentacles energy. We see a lot of security coming to you. But there's more to do, because this card is related to financial planning as well. Okay? So to me, the Queen of Pentacles says that you are entering a time of real security in your life. All right? This is what you're looking for in the future. Around this will be lots of success. It leads to justice. Can be a few things to sort through legally, but otherwise there's lots of success here. Feeling balanced, feeling secure, stable, but there's much more planning to do. Your advice card is the Seven of Cups. To me, this says you've got a lot of choices happening in the next 6 months, Scorpio. Seven of Cups is a card of doors opening. I don't read this as being a negative card, but it also says to choose wisely what you do. But there's a lot of choices and doors opening up to you with this Seven of Cups energy as your advice card. And finally, your future card, the overall outcome is the Magician. Brilliant. It puts you in control. It means that you've got everything that you need to manifest more and more and more and more. Okay, you're very, very strong in a future position as well. The Hanged Man, your wishes, I feel that what you're looking for is a real adjustment within your life. You're looking to adjust yourself, your working environment, your relationships. Wishes, who would wish to be the Hanged Man? Who would wish to be like this? No one. But if we were to look at the flip side of it, where we make adjustments within our lives, big adjustments, where we're looking for changes, which essentially is what this Hanged Man is. Okay, where we're looking for release from old ways and old patterns of doing things. I feel that this is what your wish is. Release from the old ways, entering into the new. And for that, you know that major adjustments have to be made. Temperance finally shows up as the overall outcome. And this is brilliant, because to me, the Temperance card really says you manage to, hold everything together. There is a sense of, there could be some reconciliations for you guys, especially within your love area. Temperance card means that you come to a point where you're able to kind of, hold all the balls in the air. You'll manage to kind of make things work. The Temperance card also, especially for your relationship, shows opposing forces coming together. So as I explained, I felt there was someone coming in, might be very different to you, but you'll make things work. There seems to be peace achieved, definitely I feel, within your future area and also your personal life with the Temperance card. Things are just working. Very, very balanced outcome for you guys. A lot of healing achieved as well. You deserve it, Scorpio. Brilliant, brilliant life spread reading. Really enjoyed doing that. Nearly an hour long, but that's what they are. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a wonderful next 6 months for you guys. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Love doing that reading. And I'd like to say thank you for using Carol's Universe, and your August reading is next. Take care.